Today I am heading off on a family beach holiday in summer in Australia. Original or what? These flowers, I picked them. I arranged them. I also contributed to growing them. This is the fit. We have unbrushed hair. Glasses I nicked from my niece. Teletubby crop. And the fruitiest pants you will ever see.
And so the family trip began with Castor looking like an angel. And look at this beautiful building. Shortly after, I realized I had hit 1,000 subscribers, and I took a moment to admire the scenery and think how important that was to me. It might seem like a small number, but it was very meaningful to me, so thank you. Also, I love looking at trees. Aren't they splendid? It looked very classic Australiana in every video I took. It was a very hot summer.
Alright, we're about halfway there. Everyone else has gone to get drinks and go to the toilet, so I'm in the car eating gluten-free barbecue shapes with Castor. She doesn't like other dogs. You're fine.
To get to the beach, we had to go through this thing called St. Mary's Pass. Basically, it's a death trap, in my opinion, and also childhood car sickness trauma. Then we got to this fish and chip shop that does gluten-free chips, and it's on a little boat, which is a bit scary for me, but the nature was quite nice. Immediately got to the beach house, had a first swim, and admired these shells that I've seen my entire life, and suddenly thought, they're quite beautiful. The weather, serene. Perfect. Made myself the biggest freaking matcha. It was strawberry flavored. You can't even, it looks like a normal cup. It's a big cup. And then I played Kirby. I'm borrowing this from my sibling, and I very quickly became obsessed. My mum pointed out these birds, which they just dive bombing. They just were going crazy for little fish. There must have been some good sprats in that ocean. Then I made up quite a spread of an antipasto platter with vegan cheeses and hummus and things that I didn't buy, but I put together on a plate, and it was pretty darn tasty. The sunsets here, the scenery here is always amazing. Bay of Fires, The Gardens, Tasmania. Lonely Planet once rated it as like the top destination to go, and things changed a bit after that. It became a multi-million-dollar destination that I was very lucky enough to have had family build a shack there. I went on a sunset walk. I wanted to go in the pitch dark, but it was a bit late. Then I made a cup of tea, which was a lifesaver. The next morning, look how cute that little baby is. My little ocean girl. Went for my second swim before breakfast, and then my sister wanted to go out and about. So for the first time in over a decade, we went to the Saturday morning market. At first, I had to do some admiring of the pathway and my baby and the agapanthus, and then zoom in. Yeah, that's right. That childcare centre did have the most iconic name ever. Whilst Mama and my sister did some shopping, Cassie and I went for a little wander, admired this stunning tree. I wish I had bought this, whatever it is, at this place called the Shop in the Bush, where I had been to once before when I was about 8. It wasn't really my cup of tea there, but there were so many beautiful vintage things, and that terrain was stunning. And also, look at the iconography. That shot felt quite scenic. Then I found a pebble that was shaped like Tasmania. We got home, went for the third swim. Fried bread. Don't have another fry pan, so the burgers will be cooked in a saucepan. I made lunch and quickly realised that I was the food preparing mascot for this trip. No one told me. So I had to go and debrief by picking lots of flowers and natives, which are my favourite things to make. And I made a massive, like, $200+ bouquet, which I was really, really proud of. And I did this time lapse, and I really, really like it. And I'm very sad I don't have these plants at home. And there's this whole thing like, do you just enjoy it whilst you're there? No, I want to enjoy it all the time. Look at this beast. It's hefty. It kind of made me feel like I'd made something that might be in country style, that I might peruse, having grown up with country style everywhere. I was really proud of it. I liked it a lot. Look at this baby. She's the cutest. I went for my 5th swim. 5 swims, 3 days. It's what I'd set out for. It's what I achieved. I was incredibly happy. Then we were on our last day. I had that swim, and then it frickin' starts raining. The Bay of Fires, I don't think it's called the Bay of Rain. Look at this little cutie. She's sniffing bird poo, but she's doing it in a little jacket, so I don't mind. I found a strange amount of oyster shells in the front garden. No one that I know eats oysters, so I'm not sure where these came from. And also, I lot too many beetles. This was a cicada apparently. It had very big eyes. And then it was raining when we left, and I was so soggy because I wanted to pick more flowers. And I couldn't even see the sea, so it felt like I was just leaving. And then suddenly I opened my eyes from having a cuddle with Castor, and it was hot and sunny and Australiana again, and the trip was over. And I'd had one of the nicest weekends at the Bay of Fires in a very long time. I went to a public bathroom and I looked out the little strange prison-like hole in the wall, and I could see the top of a church, and it was really beautiful. And then I was smiling because I admired Castor and I love her very much. Going to the Bay of Fires is Castor's favorite place on earth, but she turns into a nipping menace. She never does this, but she turns into a puppy and nips my legs every time. It's very bizarre. I had a really nice peach or nectarine, I don't know, and I came home to my beautiful house, and my animatronic horses cackling in the night.